Canada's warship HMCS Ville de Quebec, alongside Australia's HMAS Brisbane, made a transit through the Taiwan Strait that drew sharply different reactions from Taipei and Beijing. Taiwan's top diplomat in Canada welcomed the passage, affirming its support from freedom of navigation in the region. Meanwhile, China condemned the move as provocative, accusing Canada of escalating tensions by engaging in joint naval drills with the Philippine Navy. Earlier, I sat down with Brian Passafoon with the Toronto Sun, who discussed why it was important for Canada to take part in the Taiwan Strait transit.
Well, the reason they did it, it's part of ongoing operations by Western powers, the United States, the UK, Australia, and other countries to maintain freedom of navigation in the area through the East China Sea, the South China Sea, the Taiwan Strait. All those waters are they're very sensitive waters, according to China. China doesn't recognize that a lot of it, particularly of the Taiwan Strait, is international waters. So they assert control over that waterway that really the rest of the world doesn't agree with. So yeah, this is the seventh time that Canadian naval vessels have participated in these freedom of navigation exercises. Most recently, February this year, the HMCS Ottawa took part in it late last year. It was like HMCS Vancouver, I think, was another ship that went through with other ones. So yeah, it's really more of a international. I guess posturing is kind of the wrong word, if you know what I'm talking about. Just kind of maintaining, letting China know that, international laws and international maritime laws will be respected in the area. So that's what these exercises are for. They're also asserting that, China's dominance in the area isn't really as welcome as China thinks it is.
We also discussed what message this sends to China and our allies in the Indo-Pacific.
I think it's a strong message showing that that China may control its land, but it can't control international waters. Those waters are heavily disputed. The Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, not a lot of other sort of maritime countries in that area. They all want access to fishing and mineral rights that are in the area that China is pretty much just part and parcel claiming. China's building a lot of outposts in the area, like they're building air bases in in these abandoned atolls and everything in the area, and it's also threatening Taiwan too. Taiwan is a sovereign country, a country that China asserts a claim over that the rest of the world sort of recognizes but doesn't, because Canada is one of the countries that doesn't have official diplomatic ties with Taiwan. So really it really is a move to sort of to assert international dominance in the area that China refuses to accept that it's international waters and international law, and this is the rest of the world kind of showing them that hey, this is the way the world works, and this is international law.
Lastly, we asked Brian for his reaction to China calling this a provocative act.
I think China is, China can, claim whatever it wants. It has a policy that it's following. It would like to claim all of the waters in its coastal areas as its own, despite the fact that it crosses into internationally recognized boundaries of international water. So, yeah, it's a saber rattling on China's part. China will talk tough and maintain the presence of power in the area, but really, that power means nothing if the rest of the world doesn't recognize it.